Hi students, welcome back to Class 10 Economics Chapter 2 Sectors of Indian Economy. I hope all of you are staying at home and studying very well all the previous chapters. All of you performed very well in your test papers. Today we will discuss different topics like GDP and the historical change in sectors. How will we count goods and services? This is very important concept to understand. To avoid any kind of double counting, what we need to make sure that the product that we are adding is added only once. So there is a single addition of the product. So let's take an example. The farmer supplies the wheat to the flour mill at the rate of rupees 8 per kg. The flour mill grinds the wheat and provides to the biscuit factory at the rate of rupees 10 per kg. And this biscuit factory uses the flour, sugar, etc. to make biscuits and finally provides these packed biscuits at the rate of rupees 30 per packet. What does this mean? This means wheat is added as an ingredient in all the 4 steps. Now let us talk about GDP. What is GDP? You already studied about this GDP in our first chapter. GDP is the final value of all goods and services produced within a country during a particular year. Look at the slide. The value of final goods and services produced in each sector during a particular year provides the total production of the sector for that year. And sum of the production in 3 sectors gives GDP of the country. It is the value of all final goods and services produced within the country during a particular year. And this GDP shows how big the economy is. Historical change in the sectors. There are 3 stages. Initial stage, second stage and third stage. At the initial stage, after observing the changes that have come in the development patterns of the sectors, it has been found that in the initial stages of the development, the primary sector was the most important sector of the economic activity. As the methods of farming changed and agricultural sector began to prosper, it produced much more food than before, and many people could take up many other activities which led to the increase in the number of activities. However, at this stage, most of the goods produced were natural products from the primary sector. Hence, most people were employed in this sector. In short, in this initial stage, the most of the production came from the agricultural sector and the employment opportunities also came from this agricultural sector. India is predominantly an agricultural land. So most of the people are employed in agricultural sector. Over a long time, and especially because of the new methods of manufacturing were introduced, factories came up and started expanding. In this stage, people began to work in factories in large numbers and also started using factory goods in large numbers as they were cheap. Secondary sector gradually became the most important sector in terms of total production and employment. In the past 100 years, there has been further shift from secondary sector to tertiary sector. In this third stage, the service sector has become the most important sector in terms of total production and employment. Let's conclude today's session by recollecting all the concepts. There are 3 sectors of the economy: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. GDP. The final value of all these three sectors would include in GDP. And in the end, we studied the historical changes in the sectors. I hope all of you understood the concept clearly. Children, please note that the corresponding URLs, notes of the lesson, then the test paper are also attached along with this video. Make use of all these available resources. Study well and attend the test paper without fail. Thank you.